It's finally time for new content after a month of waiting, so let's learn everything that's new in this current patch. One of the most looked forward to change was the introduction of the Super Helldive difficulty, which boasts much harder missions and greatly increased enemy overall spawns. There are also new side mission objectives such as clearing large fortresses on automaton planets and super nests on terminid planets, both allowing the players that clear these areas to be rewarded with eggs and automaton heads, both giving an additional 2 super and 4 rare samples, as well as adding faction-specific objectives such as assaulting automaton human processing plants or venturing deep into terminid colonies to extract with living larval samples. New terminids were also introduced such as the Impaler, the Spore Charger, and the Alpha Commander, which now has a changed appearance from the Commander Brood. For automatons, a rocket tank and reinforced scout striders were introduced, both having substantial damage potential. Also note that the gunship engine health pool was decreased, allowing them to be taken down easier. The introduction of new swamp planets with eerie fog surrounding swamplands is here, and acid storms, which temporarily lowers armor values for all enemies and players. In terms of weapons and stratagem changes, the SG-8S Slugger was buffed to have increased stagger but increased spread and increased drag as well. The Breaker Incendiary was nerfed by decreasing its magazine from 6 to 4 and increasing its recoil from 28 to 41. The Grenade Pistol had its ammo capacity decreased from 8 to 6, but increased rounds from ammo boxes from 2 to 4. The Exploding Crossbow is now one-handed, so you can use this while carrying objectives or with a ballistic shield. The AX-AR-23 Guard Dog was buffed to increase the total number of magazines from 6 to 8, and it can now be refilled with ammo boxes found around the map. The Orbital Walking Barrage got a big buff, increasing the number of salvos from 3 to 5 and decreasing its movement speed by 40%. The Orbital 120mm HE Barrage was also buffed, decreasing the cooldown from 240 to 180 seconds and reducing the time between salvos. In terms of gameplay, the Operation Modifier Atmospheric Interference has been removed. Additionally, automatons have a modifier, Poor Intel, which makes objectives on the map get a search radius like Eliminate Objective missions already have. Corrosive acid planets no longer have intense heat environment modifiers, gunship patrols are less frequent and the number of ships have been reduced, energy shields like the Shield Generator Relay and Pack can now block snowstorm and sandstorms. New grief protection systems have been implemented to kicked players, allowing them to continue their own missions to get full rewards despite being kicked. For quality of life changes, they include the Blitzer can now fire continuously when the fire button is held, the Grenade Pistol, the Last Dagger, the SG-22 Bushwhacker, all have been moved to a special sidearm category. The Ballistic Shield Backpack can no longer block enemies' line of sight and no longer collides with combat walkers. The latest Warbond releases will now appear at the top of the Warbond list, so don't forget that the next Warbond comes August 8th. Hell bombs that have been armed now explode when destroyed, and the main hidden change that is being talked about everywhere is the nerf to fire damage over time just days before the dedicated fire warbond comes out. In Arrowhead's own words, they adjusted the flame effects to work more realistically. It doesn't go through various bodies, objects, where bounce off would be expected behavior like on armors and static objects. So this means you'll need to crack the shell before bringing the heat. Well, that's all for the main patch note changes you should know about. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, feel free to hit that like button. If you have any questions or if there was anything I missed, make sure to drop a comment below. And if you learned something new, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And as you may have heard from my previous video, I wanted to do something a bit more for you who are watching until the very end of the videos, so some small changes that you may not have noticed is that now Helldivers can stim at full health, allowing them to be used for other democratic effects. And if you're a fan of the Patriotic Exosuit, it was buffed slightly such that the missiles no longer self-inflict damage. Before I end off, I just want to thank all of you who left comments and joined the discussion with either myself or our community. You guys are amazing and I can't wait to see what we do in the future. Anyways, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video.